Let's try it again. Can you hear me now? Okay, let me try it again. Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday, and I guess everybody's taking a break. My mic wasn't working at first, so I have to repeat everything I just said. So I know there's been a lot on the Uvalde police tape, but since I took a different approach and took it from the shooter's side, I guess I have to follow up on that. And I would love to say that looking from the shooter's side, that it got better with the cops, but no, it didn't. Um, the cops look worse than the Three Stooges, especially on the video. The video shows parts of the 80 minutes that passed between Ramos walking into the school to when he was fatally shot. Do we even know that for sure? I know people say, why would you doubt that? Well, I have to doubt it. I mean, for all we know, he's in some deep police cave somewhere. I have to doubt everything at this point. Um, I've watched the video and watched the video and watched the video, but as they say, the surveillance video captured Ramos in the Uvalde school shooting, entering the building with an AR-15 style rifle. Now, this sensationalism of writing, because come on, he walked straight in. The part that gets me on the film, you watch him walk. Yes, he shot at the people at the funeral home, but if you'd called the police from there, he didn't exactly rush into the school. So that kind of threw me off a bit. That why did it take a cop or any cop from any service, but border patrol, anything, to get to that school? And that's a little weird. Because it certainly could have stopped him before that point. Um, and later, the officers in body armor are milling about in the hallway. That's the part that blew me away. They're just like yada yada yada, just standing around, just whatever. He goes in, he's just walking. And the part that gets me first is that he passes these doors. It looks like he has a mission on where he wants to go, because he comes past here and he goes straight down this hallway. So the fourth grade classroom, there was 19 children and 2 teachers in there where they were killed. So he comes in here, walks past all of this, and directly goes here to go in. So the 4-minute video from May 24th shows 2 officers approach the classroom not long after the gunman, and then they ran back amid sounds of gunfire. That would be these guys right here. He got grazed, I think, but these guys first shot off down the hallway, and then supposedly got grazed and ran away. Okay? So it shows some officers, some in a little while, not right now. It's going to be much longer before we see this. I didn't keep the 70, 80 minutes of film to show you because if I did, it's an embarrassment. You got the cops all piled up right here, some on the other end of the hallway. Um, the edited footage was, wait, let me see. It shows officers, some of the shields and rifles massing around in the hallway before they breached the room and killed the gunman about an hour later. So you see all these cops piled up. They're piled up on this side, and they're from every branch. They're from the Border Patrol, the Sheriff's Department, the cops, so they're all guilty. Um, and there's some on the other end of the hallway too. The edited footage was published by the Texas lawmakers investigating the massacre, and they're preparing to release their findings of all the body these people and surveillance footage to the mourning families and other residents of Uvalde. I mean, people want to see what happened in there. Officials have said the 77 minutes of footage they are preparing to release this weekend does not contain images of children. Thank goodness. The video footage has received renewed attention over the past week as anger mounts in Uvalde over an incomplete account about the slow police response. It's slow, and then there's the Keystone Cops. Um, the secrecy has been prompted everyone to ask, to include myself, will we ever know the truth about Uvalde? I don't think so. I don't think we'll know. There's some pretty disgusting things here in this footage. And I took just a little bit of footage. How about this right here? This sheriff's officer thought it was the perfect time to cleanse his hands. He was stationed right over here, holding the wall up while he reads his cell phone, and then he decided he needed to Germex his hands. So he comes over here, gets some Germex, and then goes back to the other corner on the other side of the wall. Proceeds to look at his cell phone, uh, does little hands up and things when things start happening, like the gunfire starts going off. But technically, this one sheriff guy is a complete embarrassment. The guy in a plaid shirt. I mean, who in the hell thinks to do germix to their hands when there's a gunman in there just massacring these kids? This is not the end of the fight when he does that. He does it right in the middle of things being shot off. We're nowhere near the end of this fight when he does this. And this is what I'm talking about. The stupid things the Keystone Cops were doing. If you're not going to go in and put a stop to it, then you don't need to be in the building holding up the wall. They seem to hold up pretty good by themselves. I'm just saying. Just look at this other picture now. The same guy, he's at the end of over here. He's over here where all these cops are on the right. The smaller picture shows him in there, but he's right over here. And then in a few minutes, all these cops are going to take off, and he's going to stop right by this edge where the Germix container is. He ain't going down that hallway. We have too many cops involved, and none of them taking control. They're eager to go, some are, and some are eager to stay back and out of the way, but they want to be in the hallway so they can claim credit to doing something about it. I mean, I wish I knew how when he came in, he went directly down this hall, and then there's a little kid later that comes out right here and looks around the corner. And that really bothered me um, when I first looked at this. Is like, why did this kid coming from this room back here? Can you see my mouse?
No.
Oh, I should have thought I could. On the left, this little short hallway, the kid comes from behind here as Ramos is walking down the hallway, and he looks at him. The kid peers out and then runs back to that little short hall on the left hand side. So Ramos went to those rooms directly. He passed up all of these and the ones right here and went to about where the last stripe was. So this was more of a this right here with the cops was more of a clusterfuck than it was just hearing about it in the first place, not seeing the footage. It looks like a setup. I mean, to me, I can't help but say it looks like a setup. A setup for what? Not catching a guy who's doing all this. This is one kid. It's just one kid with one gun. So I don't know what kind of police force you are or have or whatever. You have multiple forces outside and in. Um, I don't know how they're. I have a question with why is there no broken windows? I'm being serious. Like, if Ramos is in there shooting everything up the wild, wild west, how come there isn't any broken windows? Not one. This kid is not an expert marksman. He's shooting. He's just shooting wild. The people that have expert shooting are supposed to have are the guys standing out in the hallway. These children were let down. Their families were let down. Everything was let down. No doubt about it. Remember, this is the school that I said before had drills 48 times in the year. And I can't believe this guy in a plaid shirt in the middle of a gunfight thinks this is a good idea. Well, let me Germex my hands. That is so disgusting. He's disgusting. And then he mills around. I was going to show the full tape, but then it doesn't matter. I only need 5 pictures or 6 pictures to show what they did, which is nothing. They didn't do anything. Just troll in the hallway. Yada, yada, yada. What's up, bro? We getting the barbecue on Saturday? Yeah. Unbelievable. This guy right here. I watched him the whole time. He held up this wall on the left. And every once in a while he throws his hands up to make himself look like he's busy. But he don't even need to be in the building at all. He did nothing except Germex's hands. There's something wrong with this setting. not just the Germex. There's something wrong that happened at Uvalde. To me, I've always claimed that it could be staged. They've done it at other places, and this very well could be a staged event. Could be. Could be a lot of things. Because I'm going to tell you, too, when soldiers, because I'm Army, so I say, when Army people go into uh, uh, something, a shooting with children, we don't ever come out just, okay, whatever. As much as bodies we see, usually we come out puking. That's just the truth. Just straight out, we'll come out trying to hold it together, and sometimes we just go and puke. So I don't believe that if these guys went in this room where there's body parts all over the place, that they just walked out of there with no emotion. No throwing up, no emotion, no big deal to them at all. There is no freaking way it could happen that way. That is non-realistic. I'm talking about the ones that went in the room from the beginning. The ones that finally went to the door and went in. They would have been sick as hell. If the scene was how they described it, it would have been a very sick scene to see. Ain't nobody that tough. No way. Unbelievable. Um, that's just my thought on it. From experience of being in the military and seeing children hurt in a firefight. So I see none of that emotion from any of the ones that went into that room. Um, and so I think there's more than we know to learn about this. And I hope that a lot of people are. I could see it being staged because of how laid back they are in footage. Yeah, me too. I know people don't want to believe that, but it very well could be. They do things like this all the time. Mostly if something's, this could be something that has to do with the cartel or something. And we're never going to know all the reports, all the things that could happen. But from the waiting on that one patrol officer from the border patrol for him to come in before something actually took place, this one here with the freaking Germex on the wall, what the hell? Um, it's disgusting. I mean, Uvalde's not a little place. I know you think little on the map, but the amount of cartel that goes through this town, the amount of trafficking that goes through this town, they should be much more alert and adept to go into a scene like this. I mean, this is a laid back system, or it's something else, and they're just playing a part. I don't know. I just know it's disgusting, and I think the parents have every right to do what they're doing, and I hope they take it farther for that matter. But I don't have a lot to say on this because, well, the actions speak for I only needed 5 pictures to show you how gross it was. And I want to leave it on this picture right here just to show you, you know, uh, a plane of disgust. So unless something else comes along that grabs my attention, this is disgusting enough of a picture with this sheriff's guy for me to just say that's enough. That's what you're dealing with here. Laziness, inappropriate police procedures. Um, they didn't care, obviously. His Germic's hands were more important. So, and when he does this, the kid is still firing. It's really dangerous to put yourself in that kind of position. But y'all have a good afternoon because this is all I have to say on this. Um, the pictures speak for themselves. That's all I can say. So y'all have a good afternoon, a good Sunday. Show love to your family. Have some fun time with your family, and I will see y'all soon. Thank you and have a great day.